everyone, I'm Arushi Mehta. I welcome you to my reflection of ENS5010 about the evidence-based practices and how it helped me in solving academic and real-life problems. Before proceeding to the given topic, I would like to tell you briefly about my profile. I come from a science background. I have completed my undergrad in life sciences. I always wanted to work in the field of environment because I'm very amazed by the fact that environment has diversified connections with almost every field of science. I want to explore more about this connection and its impacts on the same. So, moving towards the topic, to assess a problem, to scan a solution, to predict the impact, to make a decision, all of them required something very important to improve and improvise them effectively. So what is this something? Evidences. Oxford Dictionary defines evidences as the available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is true or valid. Integrating evidences leads to desirable outcomes. I believe that evidence-based approach is of utmost importance in decision making. The 3 points that I will be discussing here are how evidence-based approach helped me to come to a definite solution, how difficulties and challenges I faced by adopting this approach, and how it improved my decision-making capabilities. Without proper idea, without a defined method or definite approach, any situation is hypothetical. A research article, a journal, an academic transcript always helped me in coming to a valid conclusion. While working on the project during my undergrad studies on how reddish plant growth is affected by the environmental conditions and their variables, required me to search more about this topic. I read almost 33 transcripts and built a strong project. In the start, I was a bit confused where to start from, but the more I know, the more evidences I gather, the clearer it was for me to come to the conclusion. I feel the importance of evidence-based approach in decision-making process as well. A decision maker is someone who selects a course of action among several choices. These several choices would never come if only one pathway is considered. When I use evidence-based approach, I open my gates of thinking thinking ability. Whether it is an issue identification or assessment of impacts, alternatives, or solutions or implementation of chosen alternatives, evidences are required at each step of decision-making process. While working on as a fundraiser with UNHCR and WaterAid Australia, I had to decide between many ideas popping in my head which audience to target, how effectively I could become a fundraiser, how frequently I should work, how to manage my studies, etc. And for the effective decision making, I had to gather information about the organizations as well. Then I gathered evidences, considered management, and finally achieved the required target in the field of fundraising. Each work requires a definite approach and define evidences to solve them. And I had to understand how to deal with them differently. But the best part was that each challenge builds my knowledge, made me capable of how to solve them effortlessly. And in the starting, it was a bit difficult for me to implement these evidences on the real life problem. But now, without evidences, I feel like something is missing. To conclude, I would say that the source of evidence, the manner in which we choose to interpret, and the in-depth analysis of the evidence all plays a major role for the outcome. In reality, we think that there is a diversity, interdisciplinary context and content. But if we adopt the evidence-based approach, I reckon that everything has unity and diversity.